A smartphone, that they would have a smartphone that I could read it off. While I'm waiting, I'll give you the basic details. A dumb guy can use a smartphone. I
Where's your paper, Barry? Yeah, for you got some sincerely? Fantastic.
Yes. Rather simply, tomorrow, from 8 in the morning to 10 in the morning,
From 8 in the morning to 10 in the morning
at St. John's Hospital,
at St. John's Hospital,
the nurses there are going to be having an informational picnic. If this thing sounds familiar, but was a different place, and a different time, from the past, it is not a coincidence. Most of the hospital administrators literally make $1 million per year. They haven't looked up St. John's yet. But my guess is. Probably so. What we got to do?
Let's see if we can do it.
On 5. St. John.
We got it.
Okay.
Mic check. Barry.
Okay. What? That occupy, endorse and have as many participants and supporters come to support St. John's RN's informational picket. When? Tomorrow? From 8 to 11. That's a correction. I said 10. You get an extra hour of exercise. Where? St. John's Hospital. Santa Monica Boulevard. Between 20th Street and 23rd Street. How? Then come to the picket. Publicize it. Through posting on the Occupy web. Social media. And other sites. And means of publicity. As well as sending a message. To the union. CNA, National Nurses United.
National Nurses United.
About Occupy's
passage
of this resolution. Next, if one or more Occupy LA participants intend to be at the picket, let's select one or more of those people to deliver a solidarity message from Occupy LA. If there's going to be speakers at that event.
If there were to be speakers.
Why? On January 31, about 60 nurses
had their contract negotiations.
Hell management. It needed to quit stalling.
And
begin respecting nurses. Management's response. They complained. The nurses don't belong. On their own contract negotiations. It has been nearly 9 months since RN's one union representation here. We have provided over 100 possible
Over 100.
100 possible
Bargaining
bargaining dates.
but
But
management
management
has agreed
has
to only 13
Only 13.
RNs are insisting a nurse to patient ratios
and
Nurse to patient ratio.
being included in the contract
Being included in the contract. With nurses.
can enforce
can enforce
safe
safe
patient care standards
patient care standards.
directly. But
But
management insists
on
on language that would
language that would
make St. John's
make St. John's
the only hospital in the area
the only hospital in the area
to use lesser than that license,
to use nurses that are not licensed,
or have a lesser degree of skill license,
lesser degree of skill license,
but RBNs,
RNs.
LVNs,
LVN,
Licensed vocational nurse.
in those ratios,
in those
so they
ratios,
can boost their revenue.
So
they
they
can
can
use their revenue.
Straight from the quotes from the nurses, there's two RNs are the ones that do highly skilled things, LVNs just 1 year of college and nursing college, so they get paid less to do certain procedures they're not allowed to do. So the management is cheating by having the lesser skilled people do the things that require more skill when people's lives depend upon it. Back to the quote. 10 years ago,
10 years
ago.
RNs there
RNs there
opted against union representation
opted
Against union representation.
after management
if their
The
management
management
promised to be
promised to be
the highest paying hospital
the highest paying hospital
on the west side
on the west side
for RNs.
for RNs.
Now
now
they're at the bottom.
they're at the bottom.
It is time for
It is time for
St. John's management
St. John's management
to face the music.
to face the music.
They need to respect RNs.
They need to respect RNs.
And there may be speakers instead of music there. It's time that they face the music and pay and treat patients and staff decently. That's why the informational pickets is I'm asking for endorsement of that informational picket.
Hell yeah.